Alright guys, it's the end of another week. So I've noticed a lot of people are coming in, and hi, hope everyone's doing well. Uh, for the YouTube videos, I only really get to make them like twice a week or so, but I'm trying to work on getting more out. Hopefully more variety on top of that too. I work and stuff, you know, so can't really be doing it all day every day yet. But yeah, I'm going to keep working on that. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and go on the subreddit. Me and the missus painted this up for my game corner. She did Claptrap and I did the top part. Oh, this looks really, really nice. Wait, what did they use? Is that like a pop socket? If that is, that's a really clever use of one. That looks really cool. Hold on. Oh! Oh, it's okay, never mind. It's a, it's a handle. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. This is really cool. I like this. This is dope, man. I wonder who the conductor is. Alabama residents fear the return of infamous New York poop train. What? There... Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, so basically they have to port waste out of New York, and while it was passing through Alabama, it appears that the stench just came out and essentially ruined a bunch of people's days, saying that their quality of life was compromised by it. Okay, that really, really sucks. That is so weird. I didn't know we had to do that. Today I learned after 1,000+ hours in this game that the cube puzzle actually has a solution. Yes. All you need to do is go backwards in the order that it went. So the first beam that hits the Rubik's Cube whenever it turns, that'll be the last beam. And then so on and so forth. So like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way up till that last one. And then you just do it in the opposite order, and it works out fine. It's a little stack of iridium. You don't even really need to do the puzzle. A lot of people have found out that you can just do a grenade jump to get over the wall. And whenever you grab that puzzle piece, it just opens the doors for you and lets you go. So yeah, you can just do that instead if you're not really worried about the puzzle. I guess the game didn't want us in the camp. Alright. Yeah, no, this just happens sometimes. They just got a ton of knockback for no reason. Here, let's try that again. Yeah, so they went up the ramp, and they just spike into it at a really unfortunate angle. And sometimes vehicles just do this in the game, right? You hit a slope at a weird angle, it'll just send it flying. I don't know exactly why cars are jank like this, but sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not. Also, this is kind of weird that this is the only person that doesn't have a normal glass mod. I've never seen this issue right there. Odd. So how did I throw 5 buzz axes in one throw? Well, holding a Grog Nozzle, screen is swaying, that's it. That's the entire thing. Yeah, the Grog Nozzle effect can apply to Krieg's buzz axes. I think it can apply to the technical saw blades as well. It does that for a few things like this. So yeah, it's just the Grog Nozzle's drunk effect multiplying the pellet count, and then you are just delivering the pellet count. Yeah. It took me 900 hours, but I finally figured out why my turret hates random corners at opportunity. Oh yeah. This is a thing in a couple of maps, and with a couple of mob types, where they will be, like, detected around a corner or a wall like this, and so, you know, turret or, like, death trap, although, you know, death trap tries to really, like, chase the mob, so it's not as much of a problem with him, but especially with, like, you know, turret, he'll just try to get them because he thinks he can. It's a really weird issue. The only way to really fix it is either just scoop up your turret, hope another mob gets close enough, or just, you know, get rid of the thing he's targeting. And that's honestly about all you really need to do for it, and it should be fine. Just to hit OP level 1, and I wanted to hear what everybody thinks about my build so far. Alright, so it looks like we are sort of a melee build. Well, we're definitely a melee build at least. Iron Hand is a weird pick. I would probably go with Killing Blow. You know, Iron Hand, it doesn't really give you a whole lot of melee damage. It's going to give you more health bar that you have to heal before you can get above health gate, which just puts you in more danger more often. Resurgence is okay. Frogs and rubies and moxie guns in general will probably carry you a little bit better than this ever will, of course, though. Counter-Strike, if you're going with the melee build, would probably be a good idea. We haven't seen the rest of their gear, but I'm just going to guess based on the build that's what's going on here. So yeah, maybe Counter-Strike. Ambush is decent, yeah. Fearless is an odd pick if you're going melee. You're not really shooting too often, but like maybe you can get it to do something. And the rest of it seems fine. Velocity could be questionable if you're using an item like a Pimpernel, where basically the projectile speed will account for how high the pellets of the Pimpernel spawn, and then how far out they will fly. The higher your velocity, of course, meaning like the further it spreads. So having a high velocity like that would be a no-go with that weapon specifically. Alright, let's see. Alright, so yeah, they are using a Pimpernel. It's level 75, they're OP1. Might not be able to use it for too long unless they have a B shield on, so look out for that. The Unkempt Herald, it's a level 80 Unkempt Herald. It's fine. This will last you like 3 or 4 more OP levels. I know it's like Teedior Grip, and, you know, this is going on here, but it's fine, you know? Heralds just do well. You can replace them every 3 to 4 OP levels, maybe 2 OP levels whenever you get towards like OP 7, 8, 9, or 10. But they're fine, and so this should be okay for a while still. Moxie, Grog, obvious pick. Good healing. Would hope to get the quest melee variant of it if you are doing melee at all. At this point, I'm not really sure that you are. I think you just have the skill tree spec'd because why not? Topnia, good pick. For people who don't want to farm a Norfleet and go out of your way to do that, just go to Commander Lilith's Fight for Sanctuary, go to Hatterax's Arena, go up into that top corner area, get that like rocket launcher chest there. That's a good pick. You could also do Snowman chest instead. Those will guarantee you 2 rocket launchers to pick from. Probably not going to be as lucky with that one though, because they can roll pretty much any rarity there, so it's going to be a lot harder to do. Alright, yep, B shield here. It's a level 72. This I would replace immediately. Also, I know that some people don't like the B shield on 0, because he's a really squishy character, and with this, you're just making him squishier. If you take a single point of damage, which, you know, can just kind of happen, and especially if you're fighting like Dukino's mom, who, while she's stepping around her arena, it counts as taking damage technically, so it stops your shield from regening. That could go poorly. You're only OP1 though, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue yet. Alright, Legendary Hunter. It's a good catch-all class mod. I mean, it's got cooldown, crit, and reload speed, good for gun builds especially. I mean, you could do better for yourself, you know, like Legendary Killer if you really want to commit to the guns, Sniper if you want to switch to Sniper, Ninja if you wanted to commit to your melee better. You could also do like a blue class mod depending on the situation. Like I would run a true neutral rogue with +6 to 2 Fang, and this will give you basically a double magazine weapon with an almost locked in 9.0 fire rate so long as 2 Fang procs. So I could run that instead, but a Legendary Hunter should be fine. You won't really need to replace this if you want to commit to it. Alright. Electric Chair, not bad. Good healing, good damage dispersal. The initial burst is actually quite strong, almost like fastball levels of damage. It's really nice if you can get that lucky hit with it. Alright, Pistol Aggression Relic, maybe a Sheriff's Badge, maybe a Bone, you know, like elemental damage plus cooldown, something like that instead might be a great idea. This can work if you're just spamming the Herald, but even then maybe a Sheriff's Badge instead. A little bit more like damage, fire rate, reload speed, whatever, you know. Something like that instead. Okay, and then just a Sniper Aggression Relic. Once again, kind of the same idea. Bone of the Ancients, you have a Corrosive Pimp, so a Corrosive one that'll provide extra cooldown too, which means you can be proccing your 10% health from your Hunter Comm if you're really crutching on it. And besides that, like, this is fine. You could totally run this and get plenty of OP levels pretty quick. Alright, what is this? Sure makes sense. Oh, yeah. So, in this video game, especially with, like, Relics, level is not necessarily everything when it comes to, like, statistics here. Because your level 12 Relic is better than your level 37 Relic. That's not necessarily like a level issue. It's mainly just, technically they have, like, parts to them. They have grades and stuff like that. So, if you're really worried about a Relic like this in this situation, you could try read-only farming it. You could try, you know, just getting different variants over and over. Whatever you really want to do to make sure you have the best one. It's an afterburner, so it's just a little bit of boost capacity. It's nothing major that you've really lost from, like, having this one. But, yeah, they just have grades and stuff. It's kind of weird. It definitely is kind of weird, but it's totally fine, and this just happens. Possible time skips for Badlands? Oh, yeah, just jumping over that fence? Yeah, we do that. This is pretty normal, I think. Being able to just grenade jump over stuff is a pretty common tool. Oh, okay, we're taking it further? Oh yeah, I have done this before. It's pretty nice. You still need to go over and, like, trigger the bridge where Saturn is for the objective update. But if you're having issues with the area, you can totally do this instead. You know, just run over to Saturn, get the bridge, save, quit, reload, come back around and through. You can even run through the side area and, like, jump on top of a house and over the fence and climb up that way. And yeah, this is totally fine, this works, and it's a pretty easy way to get around the map. Yeah, good pick. Alright, it appears we are towards the bottom again. Well, guys, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. It's kind of weird to ask, but hey, if you like the stuff, you know, maybe stick around, maybe subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Probably more Reddit recaps in the future, more clip dumps, some other stuff like that. I'm gonna work on coming up with new stuff, but until then, I hope everyone has a nice rest of their day, and I'll see you later.